Welcome to the spiritual life of the leader. This is the fourth edition of this particular doctoral seminar. So welcome Don, Jeremy, Jonathan, Adam, Matt to the fourth edition of the spiritual life of the leader. I'm excited about this fresh cohort of doctoral students. It's a privilege to learn and to grow together with tested and proven Christian leaders like yourselves. I'm confident great things will come from this cohort, and my prayer is that God will enable me to do my part and help us grow and mature in Christ over the next 16 weeks, and indeed well beyond that should the Lord tarry his return. 7 years ago, Rockbridge Seminary piloted its first Doctor of Ministry seminar entitled The Spiritual Life of the Leader. What a privilege it was for me to mentor and guide a cohort of 8 students successfully through that course. Some of the work produced by the students was stunning, and since then, the curriculum has been tweaked and adjustments made. These things will prove a real benefit to you. And in January of this year, I just celebrated my 74th birthday. I'm so frequently asked about the nature of life and ministry after retirement. I hardly know what to say. My wife and I enjoy life in the Tampa Bay area. We're both active in ministry. Over the past 7 years or so since retiring, I've been active in 2 intentional interim ministries, and currently I'm serving as the redevelopment, revitalization pastor of Leesburg Alliance Church in Leesburg, Florida. And then there are those special opportunities to mentor developing Christian leaders as a part of Rockbridge Seminary. You might say I've discovered that retirement is actually refirement. Now, as for my wife, Lynn, she is an artist, an experienced decorator, a colorist. She's just as busy as me, if not more so at times. Lynn is a regional speaker for Stonecroft Ministries, a non-denominational evangelistic outreach to women. And she's really blossomed as a speaker over the past several years. God is using her gifts to the full. I'm very proud of her. Now, shortly before I left New England for sunny Florida, I read something by Oswald Chambers in my utmost for his highest. Commenting on Luke chapter 10, verse 20, Chambers puts his finger on what has been a weak spot in my own character. So let me share it with you. To be honest, I would also say I'm still vulnerable in this area, but by God's grace, hopefully making progress. So the text is taken from Luke. It says, "Do not rejoice in this, that the spirits are subject to you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven." Luke 10:20. And this is what Chambers says. Jesus Christ is saying here, don't rejoice in your successful service for me, but rejoice because of your right relationship with me. The trap you may fall into in Christian work is to rejoice in successful service, rejoicing in the fact that God has used you, and yet you will never be able to measure fully what God will do through you if you do not have a right standing relationship with Jesus Christ. If you keep your relationship right with him, then regardless of your circumstances or whoever you encounter each day, he will continue to pour rivers of living water through you. Yeah, why is it that we so easily forget? It's more about knowing him and allowing him, Jesus Christ, to live his life out through us. That matters more than anything else. That's what really makes the leader the one that God seeks to use, doesn't it? So, hey, welcome to the spiritual life of the leader. I'm looking forward to hearing from each one of you and learning what God is doing in your lives.